Hey everybody, Jeff Reinhart here with you again. How are you? Week 7 LL League football. This is your Section 3 video. 3 league games and a non-leaguer. Anybody else tired of these non-league games for Section 3 in the middle of the season? Oi, okay. Let's do the section games first. We'll start with the showdown. First place on the line in Fredericksburg. I'm going to gas up the car and make the trip to see this one. Lancaster Catholic at Northern Lebanon, sole possession of first place in Section 3 on the line. Nice to see Catholic in a big Section 3 game like this. They've won, like, what, 6 section titles in a row here, and they haven't had too many showdowns. But this is a good one because Northern Lebanon's playing well. 3-0, 4-2, 4 wins in a row. Vikings are hot. Tanner Dresch has been great on the ground with Ryan and Dobb, and those guys have been super. They're putting up a lot of points, doing a lot of things. And, oh, by the way, Northern Lebanon was the last team to beat Lancaster Catholic in a Section 3 game, and it was also at Northern Lebanon in 2007. So, not an easy trip for the Crusaders. They're 2-0 in the section, 6-0 overall, only undefeated team in the LL League. Still number 1 in District 3 AA Power Points. And I want to say they're still number 1 in the state in the PA Football News rankings, and they're like number 2 or 3 in every other poll. Number 1 offense in the league, Lancaster Catholic, 413 yards a game. Crusaders have scored 243 points, most in the league. And only team in the league with a pair of 600-yard rushers. Roman Clay and Brandon Hollister have been great. Clay missed the game, had a dinged-up knee, but he's been fine since he's been back. Hollister, 12 touchdown runs, leads the league. Clay, 11 touchdown runs, second in the league. Those guys have been really good. Looks like 2 quarterbacks played last week. I saw Zurich played and McCafferty played for Catholic. I guess Mac is okay, and he's been playing, and he's been cleared after the concussion. So we'll see what they do with the quarterbacks. Catholic's got 4 weeks here to kind of iron things out and get ready for postseason. And you know they'd love to win Section 3 here on the way out the door up to Section 1. So this game here will go a long way in deciding that. Catholic at Northern Lebanon. Very interesting game. I'll get you a live blog, LLEaguesports.com, 6:30 or so on Friday night. Come find me, pretty please. Okay, next up, let's go Elko. Raiders are 0-2 in the section, 1-5 overall. They've sort of hit the skids here since the Lebanon win in week 3. Win this in the section, and then they lost to Camp Hill in a non-leaguer last week. They fire up the bus and go to Kinzers, enjoy that ride, to take on Pequay Valley. Braves are 1-2, lost 2 in a row after that great start. Still hanging in there. They're 3-3, and right now they're inside the bubble for district. So Pequay Valley can get 2 more wins here somewhere, get to 5 or more. They're looking at a postseason game, so I know they don't want to look that far ahead. Because they got Elko coming to town here this week. I think they want to just take care of business. They'll get an Elko team that's struggling defensively. Raiders are giving up 413 yards a game. That's last in the league. And I want to say Elko's given up 1,600 plus rushing yards, which is the most in the league. And Pequay Valley's bread and butter, running the ball. Chris Schmid and company, 1,500 plus rushing yards, number 2 in the league. So Pequay's running attack. Elko's not so good rush defense here so far, so there's your crux for that game. Interesting game. Elko needs some momentum. PV would want more wins for postseason. How about that? Elko at Pequay Valley. Okay, last Section 3 league game. Anvil Cleona, Dutchman, 0-3, 1-4. They've only played the 5 games, don't forget. Gave up 56 to Donegal last week, but moved the ball. Tyson Hayes passed for 300 plus yards, and they scored 27 points. So they might have found something to hang their hats on there a little bit, winging it around and going up top and doing some things through the air with Mr. Hayes. Dutchman go on the road to Columbia. Boy, a lot of long bus rides this week for these Section 3 teams. They get the Tide, 1-1, coming off the loss to Northern Lebanon last week in the first place game showdown for Section 3. Tide led 20-7 at the half, and then bang, Northern Lebanon went crazy, scored 35 points in the second half and won pretty handily there, 42-26. So Columbia looking to pick up the pieces. They're 4-2 overall, still number 1 in District 3 single A power points. Tyler Harrison's back. That's the good news for Columbia. Broke his fibula in week 1. Seth Lefevre still started last week. Harrison came in. Heard he wasn't very mobile. Didn't really run it. He had 0 carries. But did throw some passes. Had a touchdown pass. So we'll see if he's closer to 100%. See if they unleash him a little more in this game. Let him get out of the pocket, make some plays, and throw some balls downfield to Mr. Burke. Mike Burke's #1 in the league in receiving. 42 catches, 43 catches, so another big year for him, not surprisingly. Anvil-Cleona at Columbia. Okay, the non-leaguer, interesting here. Donegal playing well, 2-1 in the section, 3-3 overall. Bubble line for districts, but they're right there. Johnny Martin and Dylan Maxwell have been lights out. Maxwell's the current player of the week. Last week against Anvil, he rushed for 249 and 4 rushing touchdowns and a touchdown catch. And in the last 2 games, Martin rushed for 258 and 3 touchdowns and 257 and 3 touchdowns. He's up over 500 plus rushing yards in the last 2 games. And Martin and Maxwell combined for 500 plus against Anvil last week. Donegal dumped 56 points on the Dutchman. So they're doing some things. The line's playing well, and Donegal's moving forward. Tricky game at Trinity. Shamrocks are 4-2, coming off a loss to East Pennsboro. They are the defending, reigning District 3 AA champs. Lost in OT in week 1 to Lancaster Catholic. Won 4 in a row, then lost to East Pennsboro by a point. Patrick Dill is their quarterback. He's quite good. He's got a shoulder. He's out. The backup kid is a Cedar Crest transfer. Boguski, I want to say his name is. He's hurt. He got a concussion in the East Pennsboro game, so Trinity will be down to its 3rd string quarterback in this game. And I don't know how much offense he plays. His name escapes me, but I know he's the starting defensive end. So not sure how much the Shamrocks are going to go up top in this game, but they have a couple of really good running backs. A couple of 1,000-yard kids from a year ago. So guessing Trinity's going to try to pound it here and suck up some clock and move some chains. This could be a grinded out kind of a game because Donegal's wing T and Martin and Maxwell have been fabulous. And it is a non-leaguer. So Donegal at Trinity. Wow. Okay, those are your Section 3 games. Catholic at Northern Lebanon for first place. That's your blog game. I'll be there on Friday. Come check me. Elko at Pequay Valley. Anvil-Cleona at Columbia. And the non-leaguer is Donegal at Trinity. Those are your Section 3 games, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Enjoy week 7. And I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.